Hi, welcome back everyone. It's time for another Wingspan gameplay video on Feuerball. This is my third match of the 25 Wingspan World Cup. This is my opening hand. It features a raven. This is the tray, which features big boys like central crane and wedge-tailed eagle that might play a role. My bonus cards are diet specialist and nest box builder, of which I am leaning towards the diet specialist as it is usually easier to fulfill. My opening hand has the raven, which I am not allowed to play in round 1 due to the house rule restrictions that apply to every tournament game and regular game on the Wingspan tournament Discord. So I may only play it in round 2 because this card has been deemed too powerful. I disagree on that, but that's not a topic for today. I am a big fan of the Desert Wheatear, as it can also supply additional food from the Grassland very easily. Generally, I'm also a fan of Twite, but I'm a bit worried that I'm overflowing my grassland with birds that don't have when activated powers, because when I build an engine around Desert Wheatear and Raven, I want something that I can utilize better, I guess. The Oriole is also quite nice. Especially, it could live in my forest where I don't intend to go very often. It can take the eggs that I need at some point. Emu is my only wetlands living bird, and I might have to draw some cards at some point, so might take that as well. It's actually difficult because Twite is also a source of card draw, but yeah, as I said, I actually want to build an engine in the grassland and don't want the teal powers there. So this is difficult. So the central crane in the tray is interesting because it can use up the wheat that we might generate with Wheatear, Raven, Emu and the like. Maybe I skip the Emu and just draw the Sentinel and hope for a better card drawing bird, because this way I would have enough food to immediately play the Oriole in the forest and then gain food for the Wheatear, blah blah blah. Whether the center crane will be there or not, we'll have to check then. Yeah, I think this is going to be the plan. So, keeping food for the Oriole and keeping the diet specialist. And see what my opponent, Plexa, welcome Plexa, makes of their opening hand, and yeah, how this game is going to develop. It's a rather difficult opening hand. So for Plexa it seems to be rather straightforward. 2 birds, 4 food. Let's go. I play Oriole here. And yeah, announce that I will have 2 eggs in the forest, and that will be it. Squawko Heron. That draws wetlands birds. That means they can potentially snack my central crane. I don't think it's that important. If I go for card draw there, I want to draw 2 cards by spending the nectar, so... They could also draw the wedge-tailed eagle. I could also draw both. I don't really care. Alrighty, they drew the other one. Red-eyed Vireo is also a nice card, but it doesn't do anything for me at the moment. It's something that I might have to deny, but I'm rather a fan of drawing stuff that might help me, especially since I need some more stuff for the wetlands. I feel that the music is slightly too loud, isn't it? Turn the volume a little bit down here. Oh no! I flipped the white stalk and a mute swan. Holy. That's not good. Mute swan is pretty free for my opponent. I think I want to draw this and see what I can make of it. And then next move is play Desert Wheatear and lay eggs twice, I guess. And see what happens. Eurasian nuthatch in the forest, okay. So Wheatear gives me a die roll for every grassland bird with an egg. So since I also want forest eggs, I will lay eggs here and here and then do the same thing again. Oriole does the job. And do this. Roll this. Then grab some wheat. Last action might be to play a wetlands bird. It might also be, depending on what food I roll for the Wheatear, might also be safe food to play Raven next turn. Next round. Okay, so we do the same thing again. We roll one die. Cannot take... I mean, I could take the nectar if I spend it now. This is then the question. Do I want to do that? I'm not going first next round. Yeah, I think I need to play the wetlands birds anyway, so I think I take the nectar now and play the mute swan. Gaining 2 additional food for the raven should be doable, I guess. White stalk in the grassland. Yeah, that's bad news. I want to keep the wheat. We haven't talked about the crimson chat. It's not a... It's basically half the power of center grain, which is not a very good conversion rate. It might be fine in a game where we really overflow on food, but for this it's probably not strong enough. I tied for the round goal even. Nice. That was unexpected. So there is Burrow's Golden Eye, something that puts tax on egg laying. I could imagine that my opponent does not want me to have it, but they have the power to use the white stalk to reset the tray actually, so they don't have to draw it to deny it. Which is good for me because they might get the wrong idea. And this is exactly what they did. Alright, so there is common grackle. A tucking and egg laying bird, which is great. Yeah, I think this is something that I want to draw, but first I'll take 2 random cards. Then tuck 1 under the swan and draw the grackle. So next task is going to be get food for the raven. And yeah, fill some columns for the round goal. Kill deer. Oh dear. Yeah, this is also going to be a very strong grassland. Still not sure about the position of the central crane and the common grackle. Could imagine playing them in the wetlands. For the grackle, I'm quite sure that I want... What the fuck? Sorry, pardon my language. This is a insane flip. Okay. They don't want the Franklin Skull because they have killed you already and they couldn't draw both. I want Franklin Skull together with my Raven. Sorry, Mute Swan. This will be the last. Ooh. Holy moly. The last task for you. This is actually pretty playable as well, but how many slots do we have? I need to tuck something now for Franklin Skull. Grandala is very strong in this combination. I won't have space for Little Bastard. Stork, also a pretty nice flip. Okay, this is going to be insane. This is a... let's call it the premium Grasslands battle. White Stork and Killdeer versus Wheatear, Frankie, Grandala, Housefinch and Raven. So probably also the Central Crane will not make the cut because I will not produce tons of food, I will just produce the right food. Mark, mark. Okay, regarding my house rules comment, with a draw like this, with this card material available, Raven in round 1 would be totally broken. There is no denying that. But usually when I have Raven in the opening hand, the rest of the cards is pretty mediocre and not much is happening from that, so I tend to think it's a bit overrated. Well, let's get some stuff. We can definitely take 2 nectar. Then we roll the nectar dice from here. Do we want a 3rd nectar? We have 4 eggs left, so we can play 2 birds, which can be Franklin Skull and one of the 2 food birds, so that's fine. But then I'm committed now to actually also play... Ah, no, I will play Franklin first. Could also play Housefinch first. This is actually a tough competition. So in terms of the round goal, I think I will just be fine with 1 filled column and leave it to Plexa to grab the round goal or not, because I want to build my engine now. So let's give it a think. This one gets an extra point whenever I lay an egg on it. And I can kick the egg with Raven or Gull so that it never overflows. But this is still only 1 extra point. Maybe Common Grackle is simply better because it tucks a card and lays an egg on itself, which also cannot overflow with Raven and Franklin Skull. So I think actually Grackle is the bird that I need to play now, followed by a Franklin Skull, and then potentially a Housefinch, and we just screw the Grandala, which I was a bit too deeply in love with, maybe. But the consolation prize for Grandala is the Flock with Housefinch or Common Grackle. And don't have to work. Now isn't that a nice perspective? Oh no, not the bastard. Ha. It's also one of the craziest game breakers. Especially when you have the most busted bonus card that we talked about last time already. Talking about the endangered species preserver, of course. So they have only one action left, so there's no filling 2 columns for them, I guess. Taxation to my egg laying. That's nasty. That's unfair weaponry. In a formally equal battle of grassland powers. Asterisk. I don't want to draw any of these cards. I just want to lay some eggs here. Hawk is nice. Yeah, there's no space for Grandana, so do this. So this is actually a round goal in which I can compete its birds with points 3 or less. At the moment I'm even 1 behind, but I will play Housefinch. I can play a small Minivet. It could launch a Goshawk. Yeah, but that's probably it, because small point birds are not what I want to play otherwise, and small point birds tend to have good powers, like the Housefinch. They do something for the engine, which is the apology for the small points. But apart from these play extra birds, or maybe some strong when played powers, there are no small scoring birds that I actually do want to play now. Alright, so we want some selection for the Wheatear. Yeah, this would be one, but my grassland is unfortunately already pretty crowded. Oh, Adjutant. That could be my last 3-drop. Barnswallow would also be a nice engine bird, but also this place is occupied. And discarding... Yeah, we can get more birds down, I guess. So I will do one more round of egg laying and then play 2 birds, which is probably the aforementioned 2 forest birds and Greater Adjutant. There's no space for you, unfortunately. No space for you. Dun, dun. Don't need to roll 5, I guess. So 4 nectar is the amount that I can probably spend, so not exaggerating here. Just get random basic food. Okay, I didn't draw any more convincing birds, so I'm doing this exactly as planned. At the moment we equalize, so it could be, for the round goal's sake, it could be an option to actually play Cooper's Hawk out of the Minivet instead of the Goshawk. Nonetheless, I will definitely play the adjutant now. Then I have to start this next level thinking, which bonus cards could they have? Do we have any hints here? No. There's always a chance for an oologist, so making sure that I have at least 9 birds, each of which carries at least 1 egg, that could help. My bonus card is full now, that's good. Didn't have the time frame to pick up any other bonus card scoring birds. I mean, there were some for the Grasslands, but Count Raggy's Birds of Paradise. So it seems to me that I don't need to play the Cooper's Hawk, actually. Yeah, I will have enough food to play a 5-point bird. Let's just do it like that. I mean, I will also not play the Sentinel Crane because I will have to tuck it into the house finch to get my engine started next round. How many birds do they have in the wetlands? It's also only 2. Yeah, I will probably do the following next round. Lay eggs 3 times, play wetland birds 2 times. Goldfinch. That might come too late though. Didn't really see if they're probably able to draw the goldfinch. Good news is they don't have the food available right now to play it. And if they play it, they do nothing for the round goal. So they are going first. I have at least 1 activation of tucks before the goldfinch raises the prices. Okay, I've got tons of food. Some food conversion boy would be nice. The golden eagle is also nice, by the way. I should definitely draw that. Let's do plan A in the meantime and distribute some eggs. I want to draw that golden eagle and 2 random cards. Oh, noisy miner. And draw these starting. Sheesh. We are seeing a ton of good birds here. That, alas, don't do much anymore in this game. So, still producing nectar. We can spend at least 3 for the golden eagle. So, did they play the goldfinch? No. They play wood stork. Yeah, that's some kind of bird that I would have also liked for the wetlands, but it was also one of these that I could not find the time to draw. Tuck Rosie starting for a random card, that doesn't matter. These also don't matter. Do I need more food? I could spend 2 nectar in the forest, which would give me nothing. 3 nectar in the wetlands will probably be enough. So I think I will stop using the raven now, because I do have enough stuff. Yeah, one more activation, see what I draw, and then play birbs. If I don't draw any more good birds, I could also only play the golden eagle and lay eggs 4 times. So this is not what I want to play. Yes, this is what I want to play. Perfect. Yeah, then I can also skip the Franklin's Skull now because I'm settled. Tuck this, skip the Raven, do this once more. Can use this nectar. Let's go. Does it matter in which order I play these? This is huge. Okay, the ascending Wingspan story is going to be difficult. If I play Eagle into Spoonbill, we have 3 subsequent. But if I play Spoonbill into Eagle, it would matter for the point bonus card. Which one is more likely? They're both equally likely. Two and this, please. Okay, this is going to be 4 points. Then we'll take this. Oh, shit, what was the other one? Could have been, what's it, the one with the matching columns? Nest types. Great Indian Bastard. Only 4 points. Okay, that's a relief. Spending 2 eggs. Leaving 4 on this for reasons. Alrighty. 111 is okay to start with. Then Greater Adjutant. Show me. Well, it's 4 points for me. That's great. 122. Nectar rating is also fine. So let's see what opponent has. But there's at least no hidden value from the bonus cards. So we're pretty much equal in these respects. I should be ahead on the round goals. Eggs are also quite equal. Should be better at tucks, and I'm ahead on nectar. So yay! This is the 3rd win in the 3rd game of the 2nd stage. That's a pretty good start. Great, let's see what we can make of it. thank you for watching, thank you Plexa for playing, and yeah, we'll meet at the next occasion, which hopefully will be another video of me playing this wonderful World Cup. Thank you for watching.